So this evening, guys, we're joined by Marc Bonecrusher Diakiese. Marc's speaking to us ahead of his upcoming fight at UFC Fight Night 134 on the 22nd of July. And that is in Hamburg against Nasrat Hashprast. I believe I've murdered his second name, but okay. Thanks for joining us, Marc. We appreciate the time tonight, mate. How are you?
No problem, man. Thank you for asking me to join in. I appreciate your time.
No. So obviously we're around 10 weeks removed from the fight at the moment.
Yeah.
Have you started fight camp yet?
Basically, well, I'd say I'm in a camp now. As you can see, I'm in my room. I'm in a camp, so I live out here, and I'm just trying to make myself better every day. And I have 10 weeks. I'm not pushing as hard. I'm just working on my techniques and stuff. But once I have I'm in 8 weeks or something, we'll start pushing. Get ready for the fight.
Yeah, and is that American top team you're at the moment?
Yeah, I'm American top team. Yes.
How long is that you've been with American top team now, Marc?
I think almost a year now. I've been coming back and forth, but this time I've sort of trying to sort myself here because I've been going back and forth as well. This is not home, so I've sort of trying to make it feel like home. So I've just basically just moved out of England to stay here, work, get used to it, and move on and keep working.
And do you feel the benefits of that already, that you're not having to travel back and forth quite so much? You're purely focused out in an American top team.
Yeah, definitely. Because I've got a lot of different guys come through, and I'm because usually it's I'm usually fit, but it's different when you come here. It's trying to wrestle these guys. You gotta get used to it, and I feel like I'm getting used to that all the time. I'm constantly wrestling, and I'm just getting used to these bodies. So the improvements there, as I've got, I'm working a lot with Mike Brown, and because you got to be here anyway. Because I feel like I've gotten my team together. You need a team, and I've sort of picked one to work with. So I need to be here to get to know these guys, so I can start working with them, which I've done. I've sort of put my team together, and going forward, yeah.
And something I've spoken to a few fighters who spend a lot of time in America. What's the biggest differences in the training you get in America versus what you're getting back in the UK?
Let's example, I don't think our wrestling is we just tough things out, but I feel like now it's more I'm learning a lot about technical side because I'm constantly grinding wrestling, so I'm getting used to that. And another thing I've noticed, now I'm boxing with pro boxers. They're very respectful of MMA, whereas in UK, I feel because I'm a fighter, I can't just show up to a boxing gym. It's rare that happens. And here, but pro boxers, the coaches will give you more time, could be taken more seriously. But whereas you go to a pro boxing gym in England, they look down on you, all saying none of that grappling stuff. You know what I mean? It's a bit rude. It's, we're all doing sport, and which I think there's a massive difference.
Yeah, and another thing I've heard, you can maybe you'll agree with this, is a lot of guys have said it's just the volume of bodies that are training in America. It's just so much different to the UK. Is that something you've noticed?
Yeah, it's all you can eat here. It's crazy. You know what I mean? If I got a lot of guys, but it's not every day. Like in UK, I'll be wrestling somebody. I know what they do. I know that person every day. It comes to the gym. I know exactly what they do. I know they can't take me down. But here, today you beat some guy, you think you've done well. Next day, you're getting smashed by somebody else. So it's good because you get used to all these bodies, which I think it makes sense because you can't get used to the same sparring partners all the time.
Yep. So I'm assuming it's a bit more humbling training in America than the UK, with the wrestling aspect as well.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, just because I don't know. I wouldn't say it more humble. I just feel like I just get what I need. I get. Yeah. If bodies were like that in UK, because I don't think there's full-time gyms in UK where you can actually go in the morning and you see a lot of fighters show up, and you go in the evening, you see a lot of fighters show up. It's not usually like that. You show up, sometimes it's 2 or 3 people, and then probably one your weight. You spar with them, the rest of them heavy or something. It just don't really make sense. Or sometimes you show up and just you in a gym, and I think I sort of got tired of that. So that's why for me it makes sense to be here. And plus, I'm not having to travel 2-3 hours to get to training.
Yeah, it's all under the one roof.
Yeah, all under one roof, yeah.
And obviously, I'm assuming the weather doesn't hurt as well.
Pardon?
I'm assuming the weather doesn't hurt as well. It's obviously not nice and sunny.
It's not too bad. I mean, it rains a lot. I'm quite shocked, but it's pretty nice. Nice weather, yeah. It's not cold.
Yeah. So obviously, just talking to talk a wee bit about the fight itself, you're obviously coming off back-to-back losses, which is an unusual. Obviously, it must be an unusual thing for you. As you were undefeated, and then to get those 2 losses. Is that something you feel puts a wee bit more pressure on you, or does it actually motivate you more going into this fight?
I wouldn't say even pressure right now. I think my mind's free. After my last loss, I usually get upset, but I laughed because I had to laugh because I thought, you know what, this game is not even about being tough anymore. It's about just being smart. And because if I'm honest, I felt like I won the first and the second round because it took my back, and I felt like the third I had to finish because I rushed in and I got caught in a guillotine. So I just think it's about right now. I feel like I'm more focused than ever. It's not just training anymore. It's about working on specifics. You can't really go. You got to know the right time to go for the finish. I think I've become more smart as a fighter. So I'm just that's why I feel like I need a team around me who's gonna watch me when I'm sparring, when I'm training, the progress that I'm making. That's why I feel like it's the right move for me to be here, so I can get used to these coaches that I'm working with, and which I've done. So, well, if I'm honest, I don't feel any pressure. I just, to me, I just feel like I'm a fighter. I'm made to do this. It's 2 losses, and I've been looking around. It's impossible to keep the record for a long time. So I've accepted it. I want to move on. I don't want to keep thinking, oh, I've got 2 losses. People thinking different. You can take that, but it's how you come back. And I believe I'm a made of a fighter. I'm supposed to be fighting, so I'm gonna be out there. Prove everybody wrong again.
Yeah, I think in the UFC, if you look through all the roster, past or present, there's very, very few people that have ever managed to fight at that level without losing fights. It's just there's so many.
I feel like you gotta get your rhythm, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you gotta find a rhythm that works for you. And to me, if I'm honest, I feel like I use a lot of my athleticism, a lot of my stuff worked. But at the moment, I feel like, okay, I've took 2 losses for stupid mistakes. So right now, I think I've took my time back and working on things like basics, just how to throw jabs properly, how to throw kick properly, how to do a takedown properly. I'm working on all of that. So I think it's the right thing. It's experience. It comes with it. So you can't get experience without losing. And I feel like if everything's going fine, you keep doing the same thing. Right now, there's things that have changed. You know what I mean? I know this works for me, this doesn't, and I leave it, which I've done.
Yeah, and it's that old cliche as well that you learn more from a loss, and it seems to be. Is that something you would agree with? You do learn more about yourself from a loss.
Pardon?
Is that obviously the cliche? You learn more from yourself after a loss. Is that something you found that you learned more?
You learn more. Sometimes, especially in the UFC, you get these people like fans talking. You get people start doubting you. It can either break you or make you. And I feel like I'm building something different. So yeah, I think you do learn from it, and which I have. So it's about just getting out there and one win, you back in people start talking again. This is MMA. It's not like boxing. You lose 2 fights, it's done. MMA is a lot different. You win in good fashion, you're back in line. So I'm just looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, and with obviously your opponent Nasrat, this is his second fight in the UFC. Obviously, came in as a late replacement. And he lost his debut fight. How much do you know about Nasrat yourself, or is that something your coaches will look at?
I know. I trained him back in Sweden a while ago. We had a couple of rounds of sparring, and I don't know much about him. I know he's a decent lad. He can fight, but I feel like he's in the spot where I was. When you get signed to the UFC, you get all these people coming at you. Oh, you're the best. You're this and that. And I think he's on that spot, and I think I've learned from that. And he's on that stage right now. He's had one fight, even though he's lost, but you get friends coming at you saying this and that, and I feel that is making him like feel special, and which I'm like I've been there already. So that's one thing I've noticed about him, what he's doing right now.
Yeah, and I mean, stylistically, the fight itself, is this a fight you're looking forward to? Because I think it's fair to say, would you expect the fight to stay in the feet, or?
Right now, I'm seeing myself as a mixed martial artist. Whatever I feel like will work for me in a fight, I will take it. I will not take no chances to mess up, because right now I think win's important to me. So I'm gonna, whatever I see is working for me, I'll use that against him.
Yeah. So I mean, how do you see the fight going? Do you see a finish for yourself in this fight?
I truly do see a finish. The main reason, because if you watch back his fights, we've watched back. Marching held, he trained with me here. He's not a striker at all. You know what I mean? He's a grappler. His game is grappler. So I felt like on that fight, it looked good because it was comfortable striking with a grappler. You know what I mean? And a fight before he signed to the UFC, he fought a striker. And the striker had zero ground game. I mean, zero. He didn't know how to get off the ground at all. So to me, that shows something like his fights have been handpicked for him. You know what I mean? He's handpicked. He knows somebody's weaker and he's trying to beat them. Whereas in UK, I think people know I will find all undefeated guys. If you're undefeated, we're fighting. And that's what I did. Where his fights, I just feel he's handpicked, and then he doesn't know that yet. He just feel like he's good, which I don't have a problem with. I'm just excited and need to get out there and get the finish, because I'm like, it's a good fight, but I feel like he'll learn from it.
Do you feel as well an advantage you'll have is just purely experience in the level of guys you have been fighting? Obviously, this will be your sixth fight in the UFC. So do you feel that's a big advantage for you as well, just that experience you'll carry?
Yeah, it's a very big advantage, because I feel like now that cage, like in UFC cage, like if there's a lot of spotlights, there's pressure. But like I know now, because my debut in Manchester, look how I came out flying out, because you got your crowd backing you. You feel like you're gonna prove something, and I feel all that is on to win. Me, I'm just going in thinking, okay, this is another fight. You know what I mean? So that's the difference I see in this fight.
And the other thing as well is obviously the fight's in Hamburg, where I believe Nasrat is based as well. So you'd expect that he'll maybe have the home crowd there. Do you think as well that's just a bit of added pressure for him as well to deal with?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying on this. It will have a lot more pressure, because I'm just there showing up. I know what I've got to do. He's there, he's got a crowd backing him, because now I feel like I've experienced that. If I went back to fight in England again, it'll be a different thing. You know what I mean? So you'll have all that pressure for the first time. You'll have interview, you'll have cameras onto him, all that. It costs, because it's a lot of work. So I'm like, yeah, you can do all that. And I'm just watching. I'm just looking forward to in the form.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't want to look past Nasrat, but all going well in the fight in Hamburg, how do you see the rest of 2018 playing out for you? Are you going to look to hopefully get back in quite quickly, or what's your goals for the rest of the year?
No, if I'm honest right now, like I think I've took my time. I'm really excited. Like after this fight, all goes well. I do feel like probably I might fight, I might not. I just feel like I'm enjoying improving my skills. Like I'll probably stay out till next year or fight end of the year. I don't know, but I'm just enjoying improving on my skills. And I do feel the more time I take out, I learn and go out there, the better I will perform instead of just rushing in. Because I just realized in 14 months I fought 5 times. That's what I'm gonna be in UFC for, and I fought 5 times, and that is a lot.
Yeah,
because I'm not really having time to learn, and that just coming back to me now. Everything's getting written down. I'm just like, okay, every fight take at least good 3 months off, just learn and get back out again, or good 6 months just learning, and come back out again. Like every month I have a goal to work on different things. So I just know if I after the fight I'll have more time to have a break and work on certain things. So I'm just just going with it, going with the flow.
Yeah, it's actually, so it makes sense. Obviously, the division you're fighting is probably one of the most stacked in the UFC. So there's a lot of talent in that division. So it makes sense to continue to progress yourself.
Yeah, I do feel like once you reach that level, top level, I say top 10, top 15, whatever, there's not coming back from it. Because I can remember my coach used to say to me, like, he's told me, and I wasn't even in the UFC then. He used to say, a pro level, once you reach that, you need to take your time learning, because once you get to a certain level, you don't have time to learn. It'll catch up on you. And now I feel like that, but it's catch up on me in UFC. So It's a matter of just taking time and learning slowly, and and moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, there's a lot of big potential fights in the lightweight division. I take it you keep a close eye in the division, watching what's happening in the top 10. Obviously, it could be Tony, all that stuff. Do you pay much attention to all the stuff that happens with those guys?
If I'm honest, I just look at Instagram or Twitter now and then, but I don't really pay much attention, like thinking, oh, this and that. At the moment, I just focus on myself, like what I've got to do next, and that's it. I don't really even look at them videos. I just it just stares at me right now. I'm too busy like thinking on I need to make progress. Maybe I'll look at something like maybe I could learn from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe some technique or something. But but I don't really go around looking about their fights or what's happening. I don't.
And when you look at obviously, like, is there any guys in that lightweight division that you would really like to get in the octagon with? And anyone in particular?
Like I said, when you're winning, you have your eyes set on people, to make yourself a better fighter, progress. But right now, like, I've not really fought anything like that. Right now, I just feel like I've been focused on myself, improving on areas that I feel like I've been weakness on, or like the striking area, or what I've been doing. Like I can't keep like doing the spinning kicks from the early rounds. I need to work on things when I need to throw it, stuff like that. So I've really focused a lot on myself and start thinking, oh, I should fight next. It's not about fighting next. I'm thinking improving, and when I feel ready to fight, I feel okay. I've improved. Okay, find me an opponent now. Just work on that. That's what I've kind of working on.
Perfect. Now, Mark, something we like to do at MMA UK is a little set of quickfire questions. So this is actually questions about your teammates at the gym. So yeah. I'll give you a question, and you just give me a name, the first name that pops into your head. So there's an opportunity here to maybe stitch a couple of guys up, if you will. So first question, who's the best dressed guy in the gym?
The best dressed guy?
Aye.
Me.
Perfect. Who's the worst?
You gotta remember I'm in America, so it's me. You gotta be me.
Well, then you might have some fun with this one. Who's the worst dressed in the gym?
I don't know, if I'm honest. Every time everybody's here is like we're having shorts, you know what I mean? Training stuff. So I don't really know.
So it's just
I haven't paid attention.
No, that's fine. So you might not know these ones then. So who would you say is the most vain?
Vain?
Yeah, so who loves herself a bit too much?
He's not, I'd say probably Robert Whiteford.
I feel like Scott, Robert Whiteford.
Yeah, Dan Bilzerian of Scotland.
Who's the best dancer? If you've seen anyone dancing, that is.
No, nobody that can dance here, I don't think.
So who's the toughest? Who's your toughest training partner?
The toughest team partner, I must say, a lot of Russians that I train with. They're tough as hell.
Yeah, the Russians and Dagestan guys are really making a big impact in mixed martial arts at the moment.
Yeah, I've got a lot of them out there.
And who's the hardest hitter in the gym?
Right now, like I've been wrestling a lot with Rashid, but he's injured himself. I think. I don't know. It might be injured or something.
We'll move on quickly. That's bit. And who's the longest in the shower?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks very much for doing that, Mark.
No problem.
So obviously, just before we let you go and get back to enjoying your Sunday, obviously we want to wish you the best in July. Hopefully you get back in that win column. And before you pop off, is there any sponsors or anyone you'd like to give a mention to?
No, I'm good.
Perfect. Well,
Jim King. Jim King's been backing me for a while, so yeah, thank you for Jim King for all the support. Because like I said, I have not fought for a while, but they support me monthly, and which it helps, to pay all my bills. So thank you, Jim King, for backing me.
Perfect. And like I said, thanks very much for joining us, Mark, and all the best in July, mate.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
No problem, mate. Thank you.
Bye.
Right, guys, so that was Marc Diakiese. Obviously, thanks again, Mark, for joining us at MMA UK. As always, guys, we appreciate you taking the time and watching our live videos. If you could subscribe to the MMA UK YouTube channel, that really helps us. Also, if you go on to Instagram and Twitter and follow us there, that's at We Are MMA UK. And as always, guys, on our Facebook page, if you hit that like button there and share that, that's much appreciated. Once again, thanks very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.